Hello, everyone. Sue.oneschuk here, continuing the workbook lessons of A Course in Miracles. And today we're on section 11, what is creation? And also lesson 321. So to begin, what is creation? And it reads, creation is the sum of all God's thoughts, in number infinite, and everywhere without all limit. Only love creates, and only like itself. There was no time when all that it created was not there, nor will there be a time when anything that it created suffers any loss. Forever and forever are God's thoughts exactly as they were and as they are, unchanged through time and after time is done. God's thoughts are given all the power that their own creator has, for he would add to love by its extension. Thus his son shares in creation and must therefore share in power to create. What God has willed to be forever one will still be one when time is over, and will not be changed throughout the course of time, remaining as it was before the thought of time began. Creation is the opposite of all illusions, for creation is the truth. Creation is the Holy Son of God, for in creation is his will complete in every aspect, making every part container of the whole. It's oneness. It's forever guaranteed, inviolate, forever held within his holy will, beyond all possibility of harm, beyond all possibility of separation, imperfection, and of any spot upon its sinlessness. We are creation. We, the sons of God. We seem to be discreet and unaware of our eternal unity with him. Yet back of all our doubts, past all our fears, there still is certainty. For love remains with all its thoughts, its sureness being theirs. God's memory is our holy minds, which know their oneness and their unity with their Creator. Let our function be only to let this memory return, only to let God's will be done on earth, only to be restored to sanity and to be but as God created us. Our Father calls to us. We hear his voice, and we forgive creation in the name of its creator, holiness itself, whose holiness his own creation shares. His holiness is still part of us. So this is what the illusion, the ego thought system, all based in fear, blocks. It blocks, as it says, here again, reinforcing our sinlessness. It blocks our holiness. It blocks that only love creates, and only creates like itself. And again, at the very beginning, it says creation is the sum of all of God's thoughts in number infinitive and everywhere. It's all without limit. There's where, again, with God, all things are possible. And yet, from the ego thought, fear-based thought system, we are feeling so limited. Always reaching for more because we feel we're not enough. We feel there's never enough because we are looking outside at the illusion. For one, we're caught up in this world in consumerism, thinking that more that we buy, the more that we have, the more that we're going to feel the happiness and the joy and the peace. And yet all of that changes. And anything that it changes is not of love. It's not of God. It will bring us momentary happiness. And again, it doesn't mean that we don't enjoy what is in this world. But if we're depending on it only for our happiness, it does not last. Again, this work of this course is all an inward journey to let go of all that is blocking the peace, the love, the sinlessness, the holiness, the innocence that is within each one of us, that we may experience the oneness of the love that we are, that we were created to be by God. Let our function be, it says, only to let this memory return, only to let God's will be done on earth. Only to be restored to sanity. Anything of the ego is insane. It's not sane. It changes. It's not the truth. Truth does not change. We're reminded again as we read this that God calls to us. And it's to hear his voice. We need to choose to listen to the voice for God. In the conversation today with a friend, that's what we're speaking of. Stilling our mind, our egoic mind enough to be able to and choose to listen for the voice for God. While we remain so tolerant of the mind wandering, the busyness of the mind, we're not going to hear. We need to still ourselves. We need to be still and know I am God. I like how that gets broken down. Be still. And be still and know that I am God. So that is what is creation. And now we'll move on to lesson 321, which is, Father, my freedom is in you alone. And this lesson starts off with a prayer. Father, I did not understand what made me free, nor what my freedom is, nor where to look to find it. Father, I have searched in vain until I heard your voice directing me. Now I would guide myself no more, for I have neither made nor understood the way to find my freedom. But I trust in you, Father. You who endowed me with my freedom as your holy Son will not be lost to me. Your voice directs me. And the way to you is opening and clear to me at last. Father, my freedom is in you alone. Father, it is my will that I return. It goes on to say, today we answer for the world, which will be freed along with us. How glad are we to find our freedom through this certain way our Father has established. And how sure is all the world's salvation when we learn our freedom can be found in God alone. And the lesson again is, Father, my freedom is in you alone. You know, it says here again, as I mentioned, as I was reading what is creation and reflecting on it, Father, I have searched in vain until I heard your voice directing me. We're being directed moment by moment. But we are blinded and blocked by our ego thought system, our I know mind. We are given direction, whether it be through another. And I hope that you are getting and receiving some direction through this video here, this message, through this lesson, through this course. The answers are always in front of us. But when we are, or I am, not present to the vision of Christ, to Christ's vision, all I am seeing is the illusion. And I am blocked. I am not focusing on. I am not paying attention to. I am not observing. I am not witnessing. I am not experiencing the voice for God. I was really moved as I was reading this prayer. Your voice directs me. And the way to you is opening and clear to me at last. The more that we practice these lessons and really commit and set the intention to practice this to the best of our ability day, moment by moment, my experience is the more that I get the heartfelt experience of what this course is teaching me, and get clearer at last that, Father, my freedom is in you alone. And Father, as I conclude here, I'm going to say again, Father, it is my will that I return to you. All right. That is our lesson for today and our reflection for the day. And again, I hope that it has made a difference for you. And I thank you always from the bottom of my heart for being here. This is definitely helps me in my continued healing process. And I hope likewise it is assisting you in your healing. Because as I heal and as you heal, I'll put it again this way, as I heal, you heal. And as you heal, I heal. And that's how we're contributing to the healing of this world. And that's what we're here. We're here to undo the ego thought system and to be who we are truly in spirit from the heart of love. All right. As always, please go below here and like, comment, share. Share. When I say share this video out. This world needs love like never before. This world needs each one of us to go within and experience, find within what's already there, the inner peace. It's the peace within each one of us that's going to generate the peace in the world. This world needs love. God is love. This world needs God. So continue your healing. And again, I started to say this, is that as you share this video out, there are people that are looking for the practices and the principles of this course. And yes, there's thousands of paths, but your sharing this out will make a difference well, I'm not going to say quite possibly. I'm going to say it'll make a difference for another human being just by sharing. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And your donations are appreciated to continue to build this community. And if you go below this video here on YouTube and where you see description and more, click there. And what'll come forward then is how to go about donating. And again, I thank you in advance. All right, I think that's all for now. I look forward to being with you in the next video for lesson 322. Until then, from my heart to yours, I extend much love to you. Bye for now.